We've done white, blue, black. It's time to do red, green, and of course, etc. And I'd like to congratulate you on being here with me, Day 9, on our card review of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. You're a better person because of it. Because all I'm doing is sharing the stone cold truth while navigating around two cats that love being pat, scritched, touched, rubbed. There you go. There we go. Here, let's just smell Dad. Yep, it's still the same person. Let's see if we can get a meow. Let's see if we can get a Dispy. Wait, you're chewing on it. Okay, that's a very expensive microphone. Oh yeah. Oh, are you hearing the purrs? Oh, this is good. Dispy. Yeah, fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's my cat. All right. Hope you're having fun. I'm having a blast looking at these cards. I see some memory that I'm going to do. Yeah. See some memory that we're going to be doing. I'm really excited to get to some of those pricey greens. Oh, I love green cards because they just cost a lot. Let's take a peek at Army Veteran. As long as Armory Veteran is equipped, it has Menace. Oh, that is a hot plasma card for limited. I like this. I love 2/2s for 2, where you can like really get some upside going on them. Menace has sort of snuck its way into like one of my favorite keyword mechanics. Just chill. Here, get off the mouse. Do I still have... no, oh, God. Okay, give me this. Give me this. Okay. Okay, let me... oh, God. Oh, Jesus. All right, my cat currently is on the mouse pad. It's hers. Menace has really snuck up on me as being one of my, like, favorite keywords. I love Menace. It just feels good to be able to attack and put your opponent in weird combat blocking situations. It's very good. So yeah, I'd give this 3 out of 5 limited. Like it. Barbarian class. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice, plus 1, and ignore the lowest roll. Ooh. I believe if you have multiple of these, that means that you would roll 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 dice. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains menace until end of turn. Creatures you control have haste. Dude, just look. You have a box? You have a mouse pad? I know you want to be right in front of me. She just wants to like feel my breath on her fur. This is pretty inexpensive. For 1, and then you pay another 2, then you pay another 3. I mean, I guess it actually is a crap load of mana over the course of time, but it's really that second one. When you roll the dice, 1 or more target creatures get +2/+0 and gains menace till end of turn. I mean, it's pretty sick. I'd give it a 2 out of 5 in constructed. I still think it's so hard for me to see a red deck that would actually run this. I mean, maybe... if you're a control red deck and you're trying to run huge things, like who needs Perforos when you can get the Barbarian class leveled up? Yeah, maybe this is a big red one. What do I think about this in limited? Probably quite high. I probably think this is a 4 in limited, because then you can give things menace. You're rolling a lot. You know, seems great. Battlecry Goblin. Ah, yes, that's me whenever I queue up for a game I haven't played in a while. 1 and a red. Goblins you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. Tactics. Whenever Battlecry Goblins attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater, this combat create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. Oh my god. Tactics means that if I'm swinging with the Battlecry Goblin and like one other 2/2, we just make a 1/1. I don't know how many goblins are in this set. This is... okay, I do like Battlecry Goblins. I do like it. I'm going to give it a 3. No, probably a 1 in standard. Ain't been goblins for quite a while. I'd give this a 4 in limited. The ability to grow and swell up all the goblins. Ooh, tactics. Making a 1/1 every turn? Yeah, I mean, I like it. Now, I have played, I can't remember what it was. It was just like the White Bird Master. That's like, if you attack and then you pay, then you can make like a 1/1 bird. from a set a few sets ago. Names of cards are leaving my brain today because in the 2.5 weeks I just took off, my brain has turned into complete and utter mush. and I've decided I like that. I'm into that. A lot of these cards where when you attack, it makes a creature, I have found to be much weaker than the cards that reactively make a creature. So I suppose I need to give this a 3. But I like this. Boots of Speed. Equip creature gets +1/+0 and has haste. Equip 1. Card sucks. I have played with cards like this before. What is it? Glass Slippers. No. No. Don't like it. Not into it. It's not my thing. Zeros all around. Zeros all abound. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, Brazen Dwarf deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's like a gutter snipe. But it's a dwarven snipe. No, just please, Dad needs to work. Oh, God, I'll move my keys. I'll do anything. No! Can I just say, I don't know if this happens to you, that you suddenly get a vice. For me, this Arizona iced tea with lemon. Dude, oh my God. It's $1. I buy a lot of them, and once I'm done drinking one, I drink another one. And what I've done is I've created a little Arizona lemon iced tea graveyard right next to my computer. Just gotta take them out. And the cats just keep being like, oh, Dad! Smashing through and knocking them over. Valiant Thor says, aren't those like 80 grams of sugar? Yes, that's why I look like someone that regularly consumes 80 grams of sugar. There's really no mystery. Yeah, Pie Square says Arizona is just sugar water, delicious sugar water. Yeah, what am I going to take 2.5 weeks off to eat salad? Who are you people? What is this weird judgment? Sean, are you really in a pandemic when you're on vacation? Not caring as much about your diet? I don't know about that, Day 9. Listen, I've been a viewer of yours for a long time, and I think it's time for me to step in and get controlling. No. I want to have these here so I see what I'm made of. If I just threw it down the recycle chute every single time I had one, I wouldn't get to see this monument to deliciousness that I've consumed. Again, for $1. Sugar, water, value. The American dream in a can. All right. No, I don't eat it because it tastes good. I eat it because it's a great deal. Brazen Dwarf. So 1/3. This is... I don't even... look, I would prefer if this is like a 2/2. Doing damage, and I can get a little more damage. But it's a 1/3. It's a 1/3, so it gets a 1 out of 5 from me. In limited. Burning Hands. 1 in red. Burning Hands deals 2 damage to our creature planeswalker. If that permanent is green, Burning Hands deals 6 damage instead. Be mean to the green. Be mean to the green. Big green hatred. Coming right on up. I'll assert that this doesn't actually feel very good. I guess it's a sideboard 4. It's a 4. Burning Hands. It's a 4. Niche hate. It's pretty great. I liked the white card that was like exile black creatures and planeswalkers. That felt really good. I mean, there's a lot of green creatures that are bigger than 6. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Being able to bonk Lovestruck Beast is nice. Gargaroth is nice. It's pretty good. Give it like 4. Yeah, it's like 4. Yeah. Chaos Channeler. It's a human shaman. Chaos Channeler is this just sounds funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Chaos Channeler. 2 and a pair of reds for a 4/3. Wild Magic Surge. For some reason, my brain interpreted this as a planeswalker. I thought this was a planeswalker. It's not. It's a roller. Whenever Chaos Channeler attacks, roll a d20. Exile the top card. You may play it this turn. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. 3. Solid 3. Perfectly acceptable 3. A lot of red decks want to be swinging in. A 4/3 is a brilliant stat line to be swinging in with. And the fact that you will always get at least one card you can play from exile is great. I want to know the difference between play and cast. You can play land, you cannot cast land. So if you bink a land on the Chaos Channeler, you can play it. If, for instance, you were talking about a Thief of Sanity, that's the one that's like, you may cast it at any time. If it's a land, you can't do nothing with it, because you can't cast a land. So I'd give this a 3 in limited. It seems like a nice little limited one. Critical hit. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. When you roll a natural 20, return critical hit from your graveyard to your hand. Hey. I mean, that's pretty fun. I mean, this is clearly only ever going to do something meritful in limited. This is not a constructed card, but the idea of like having a couple of these in the bin, banking a 20 and then shitting on your opponent. Oh, there's going to be so many people who are just like, oh, the D&D set is the worst ever. Oh, no, my God, they keep hitting the 20s. I was winning, but then they rolled a 20. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is terrific. This is good stuff. Elena, Wild Mage, 3 in a red. For a 3/2, huh? Whenever Elena Wild Mage attacks, choose target creature you control, then roll a d20. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature, except it's not legendary and has exiles creature at the end of combat. Create one of those tokens. Roll again. I mean, having a 6 out of 20 chance to make several of them. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of the red cards that I think make good content. Oh, that's some good stuff. Oh, you can copy the fairy that gives you an extra die. That's good stuff. Oh my God. Copy the fairy that gives you an extra die. Oh my God. Oh, this is 10 out of 10. I love this. This is really stupid. Because there's the fairy, there's the 1/3 fairy in blue that says whenever you roll a die, you roll an additional one. Oh, Axillary Powers, a PSA, there's a day 0 rat on this card. Roll again is replaced with you may roll again. Ah. You can roll again. What do you think? Okay, so this is going to be unbelievably fun. This is going to be unbelievably ridiculously fun. Because, like, I think... I think this is a very happy cat. Oh my God. This is a perfect cat. Oh. All right. This perfect cat needs to stop trying to knock over things that are expensive and electronic. Okay, we're going to do some dumb stuff with Elena Wild Mage. Like, just think about it, right? We're going to roll additional die. We're going to swing with Elena, and it's going to go flip thing. It's going to be like token. Not a bot says 14.23% to go infinite with one fairy. That is, it's 0% to go in 0% chance to go infinite. It's a high probability to keep going, but it would always be a probability of 0 to go infinite because it gets diminishingly probabilistic to get another roll. Wait, how does this... you were to sum over all the possible finite limits, it's only 86%. I would want to see that math. When you get to infinite, I always need to slow down and really look through it. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. This card's rad. I'm going to give it 5s across the board. I started to zone out, man. I have to hurry up. I need to eat dinner at some point. Dragon's Fire. 1 and a red. There's an additional cost to cast a spell. You may reveal a dragon card from your hand or choose a dragon you control. Nice. Deals 3 damage to a creature planeswalker. Reveal the dragon. It deals damage equal to the power of that card or creature. Yeah. Are there that many big dragons? I don't think Drakoseth is in rotation. Okay, this has to be in something in standard. I'm going to give it a 1. I'm going to give it a 1 in standard because I mean, we already have some very good 3 damage 2 cost removal in red. But this is a nice way to get like just some more dragony damagey stuff. You know, you even have like Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, which can deal like 20 damage to a creature and that sort of thing. And this only hits a creature, a planeswalker, which is actually quite narrow. So I'm going to give it a 1. It's perfectly fine card in limited. Perfectly fine. It's just 2 mana. Kill some stuff. There you go. Oh, and it's common. That's nice. Dueling Rapier. 1 red. When Dueling Rapier enters the battlefield, attach target creature you control, and it gets +2/+0. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let me just get this math link from Beaches Black up, and I'll investigate that later. All right, cool. Thanks, Beaches Black. Okay, the fact that it's equipped 4, oh, this sucks, man. Oh, this is... this is like Bumblecleave. This is a bad one. This is 0. This is terrible. You know, there has never been someone who would wield a rapier in battle that would ever beat someone that just has like a really big axe. You know what I'm saying? Like halberds and swords and axes. I mean, like a rapier, someone's just like, pew, oh, bang. Oh yeah, I like the art. The art is just all around incredible in Magic always. This is particularly good. This is the expression that you have before you actually cast the card. The expression that you have afterwards might look... We'll find the expression later. Earth Cult Elemental, a big boy, 4 and double red. When Earth Cult Elemental enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a permanent. Each opponent sacrifices a permanent. Oh yeah, each opponent sacrifices 2 permanents. Yeah. Yeah, that's really sick. Oh my god. Ooh, that's fun. So it's a 6/6 that sometimes just has to die. Oh, it's just a permanent. Oh. Oh, well, this is an incredible card because you can just sack a Lando. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is fun, 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 fun. Oh, because each opponent sacrifices a permanent, not a non-land permanent. So it's land. It's land as well. Frida's Fireball, 3 and a pair of reds. Oh yeah, this is not constructed. Too pricey for constructed, but very solid and limited, I think. Frida's Fireball, 3 and a pair of reds. Frida's Fireball deals 5 damage to target creature planeswalker. Roll a d20. Deals 2 damage to each player. Deals 2 damage to each opponent. It's a limited card. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's just, I mean, 5 for 5. It's Pigment Storm. We've already seen some of these. They're very middling. This is instant, which is really nice. Flame Skull, mythic rare skeleton for 1 and a pair of reds. Flying, Flame Skull can't block. Well, who wants to block? When Flame Skull dies, exile it. If you do, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play one of those cards. What? This is ridiculous. Wow. So basically, the way that Flame Skull works is you play a Flame Skull, then it dies. It and the top card of your deck gets exiled. Until the end of the next turn, you can cast one of them. So your Flame Skull is one of the cards you exile. So you can just recast Flame Skull, then it dies, do it again. Recast it, then it dies, do it again. And recast it dies, do it again. Oh my god, this is like literally just an absolute bone-crushingly good card. I mean, this is the one issue is that it can't block, so it's really just an aggressive. It's in a situation where you want to be aggressive, so like this is an ideal card against a control mage where you play the Flame Skull, they kill the Flame Skull, then you replay it, and then they have to kill it, then you can replay it. And it's 3 damage in the sky. Not gonna lie, it's really sick. The one situation in which it might stink is like if you're in limited and you like play this on turn 3 and your opponent played 2 aggressive creatures on turn 2 and 3 and starts attacking you, your Flame Skull might not ever be able to die. I think this is a 5 out of 5 in constructed and probably a 3 or 4 out of 5 in limited. It's a very, very good card. The recursion is just fun as hell. And you have optionality with the recursion. So maybe I'm like getting a land and a Flame Skull. Okay, I'll replay the Flame Skull. Or maybe I get Flame Skull and a huge Chandra. Okay, I want to play the big Chandra. Yeah. Goblin Javelineer. 1 red for a haste 1/1. Whenever Goblin Javelineer becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to target creature blocking it. This is a, like, I don't remember which set. Once upon a time, I played a game of Magic against someone who had something just like this. And it's really obnoxious. Because there's a lot of, like, 1/1s and 2/1s and other things that, you know, are like first strikers that Goblin Javelineer just bops that one. It's really nice. It's just really, really nice. Yeah. Lasnad says if you get Death Touch on it, it's unblockable. Yeah, because a creature with Death Touch, if it deals damage, whether it's combat or just like this, kills it. Well, there was the Is It Staticaster, and it was during the set where Soul Bond was a thing, where there was like, you can Soul Bond with a creature when this enters the battlefield. When you're Soul Bonded, you and your Soul Bond friend have Death Touch, and there's an Is It Staticaster, which was like, you tap to deal 1 damage to all creatures with the same name, so you just like Death Touch kill everything. Oh, this is interesting. This is cool. Yeah. Oh, what do I think about this in rating? This is, it's one of these needs help cards in limited. In constructed, it's a goblin, so I'm gonna give it a goblin out of 5. Because then the Goblin Javelineer can start benefiting from all those other synergies and whatnot. A Goblin Morningstar. 1 in a red. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has trample. When it enters the battlefield, you can create a 1/1 red goblin creature token, or create one and then attach the thing to it. Oh, that's a nice little fun thing. Oh, cool. So you get an equipment and a 1/1, or sometimes a 3/2. That's great. That's 3. That's a 3 in limited. That's excellent. Look at how happy this goblin is. Look, that's you in bed after watching my stream tonight. You're just having a great time. You're a better person because of it. The fact that it has trample, I think, is very relevant. Again, there's little small ways for punching through the damage I like. Hoarding Ogre, 3/3 for 4. Common red stat line. When it attacks, you can create a treasure token. Create a treasure token, create 2 treasure tokens, create 3 treasure tokens. Solid 2 and limited. I like this one. I like that smile. This is you getting ready to watch me lose with my meme decks on Thursday. Oh yeah. All right, Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Another goblin. A lot of goblins in this set. Who needs core sets when you have major sets that give you goblins? 2 and a pair of redos. Other goblins you control get +1/+1. Oh, you love to see it. For a 2/3, Hobgoblin Bandit Lord deals damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield under your control this turn to any target. Oh! Oh! Ah! Oh! Any target. Oh my God. I mean, what? I mean, that's already so extreme. I mean, you already have Muxus, right? Muxus is going to just summon out a bunch of these. You're going to get haste from another goblin. You're going to immediately tap turn this and just shoot stuff in the face. Historic goblins are back on the menu because they were off. Trust me. It's me, RST. Hey, happy 10 years. It's me, RST. Happy 120 months. So, Sean, over the past 10 years, I've been subbed. What is your number one streaming memory that comes to mind over that time frame? Number one streaming memory in 10 years? I have a lot, but I have to pick the number one. There's a lot of ones that I would not really label as the number one, but they're high up there. The rope. On Amnesia. Some of those Fun Day Mondays were incredible. Those are some great times. I really loved playing through Dark Souls and playing through Factorio. Those are really fun. Some mostly walking moments like Ferlin Toka Zirquizes. That was fucking really funny. Yeah, Unidin's a good one. But I have to say, I think that maybe my favorite moment is one that was just... It is still weird and surreal to me, was the October 22nd, 2019 stream where we celebrated the 10th anniversary of the stream. That was particularly meaningful because, I don't know, there's something about 10 years that for me feels very significant. And I don't know, there's something about it that felt a little bit like when you get your degree from college, where you can never un-get that. You know, like you did it. Got, like, hitting the 10-year was like, I remember that stream very clearly. All we did was just talk about what has happened in the last 10 years. It was just really nice. It was very... It's weird. I felt like I got my streaming diploma. Because, you know, I don't know if you ever have this feeling, but I have a feeling like I've not done that thing until I've done it for a particular qualifying amount of time. Like, I was a pro Brood War player, but not in my opinion. I wasn't. I played Brood War at a very, very high level competitively during a time when there was no fucking money in esports at all. So I was a good player, but I would never say, yeah, I was pro. I was a professional, you know. Or I have planned and put on several live events in my life. Various tournaments, community things, and so on. But I've not done enough to where I would say I am an event planner. I have done that. I have planned events, but I'm not an event planner, you know. There's like a little mental hurdle that I always feel like, nope, not enough, got to keep going, not enough. And for some reason, in that 10-year mark, I finally felt like I was able to say, yeah, I I have been a professional streamer, and I am a professional streamer, which is a very weird thing to say. That's what's going on internally in my brain. There are many things that I call little projects, but I never feel like I have done the thing until I hit a certain milestone. So I sort of had a lot of satisfaction after that. Or again, it was very much so like I got my degree. I did it. I have a whole bunch of crappy memories of stress in college, and they're done. They're officially done because I have the degree. I can look back on them and say that they're in the past, you know. So I think that it's me. It's me, RST. I think that's for your 10 years. I think that I will note the significance of my own 10 years. Yeah. That's probably my number one. Still can't believe we got there. And yet here we are, locked up in quarantine, slowly coming out of things, and then soon enough, we'll be hitting 12 this year. Oh. All right, Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, I'm just giving 5s across the board. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, especially given that in Limited, there appears to be a lot of 1 and 2 toughness creatures. You can just pick them off. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord is a big ol' 5. Hobgoblin Captain. 2 cost Goblin Barbarian. Pack tactics. Whenever Hobgoblin attacks, if you attacked with 6 power or greater, Hobgoblin Captain gains first strike till end of turn. Giving it a goblin out of 5. Yeah, this is we'll try to make a goblins deck in standard. Goblins is such a synergy focused deck. I'm unable to evaluate it based upon the strength of certain cards. So, I mean, Goblins often has a lot of cards that look relatively innocuous that when combined together have so much of this boost this that it just goes off the charts. So I'm just going to give this a goblin out of 5 in constructed, but I would give this a 3 out of 5 in limited. A 3/1 for 2 that can occasionally become a first striker is fantastic. Hulking Bugbear, 3/3 haste for 3. That's a good stat line. That's a 3 out of 5. Wow, 3/3 haste for 3 in red? Yes, please. This is nice. Damn. I mean, if you think about something like in the last set, Spirit Summoning is a 3/2, vanilla for 3, and it feels perfectly fine. It's a goblin too. Yeah, that's great. Improvised weaponry, 2 in a red. Deals 2 damage to any target. Create a treasure token. 1 out of 5 in limited. Not even that great in constructed. That's an expensive deal 2 damage. Gross. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm not going to put up with this improvised weaponry nonsense. Ooh, big dragon. Inferno of the Star Mounts. 4 and a pair of reds for a 6/6. The spell can't be countered. Flying haste. It's the best card in the universe. Yeah. All right. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn. When its power becomes 20 this way, it deals 20 damage to any target. Oh my god, we did it. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, hold on. Inferno of the Star Mounts deck tomorrow. Alright, we're going to deal 20 damage to some people. I mean, just imagine just doubling the power. And then going ++++++. It's good stuff. Ironcrag Feet. Yeah, doubling Ironcrag Feet. That's a good one. Inferno of the Star Mounts. Wow, Flying Haste. Flying Haste. Can't be countered. Flying Haste. Fuck yeah, 5 out of 5. Absolute hot plasma. Insane. Ridiculous. This is the one. Oh my god, 5 out of 5s across the board. Jaded Sellsword. 3 in a red. When Jaded Sellsword enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, gains first strike and haste until end of turn. Really? That's pretty good. A 4/3 haste first striker? Two, I really feel odd about these treasures. I really feel odd about these treasures. 4-3 for 3 is probably what it's going to be a lot of the time, which is very mediocre. Okay. Kick in the door. Someone summon the coin bird. For a red, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That creature gains haste until end of turn, can't be blocked by walls. Venture into the dungeon. It's kind of a lot of stuff. This actually, I think, is a pretty good card. Well, it does a little bit of a lot of things. 1, limited 1. Magic missile can't be countered. Yeah. 3 mana can't be countered. Magic missile does 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. It's a 5. 5 out of 5 out of 5. Well, 4. It's sorcery speed. Gets a big... It loses a star there. Like a Yelp reviewer now. Yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. The fact that you can split it up is remarkably potent. Especially with 3. Magic missile. Very missile-y. Very, very missile-y. This feels fantastic. The damage is so underwhelming, though. Oh, Veromnus, you are as wrong as a person can be. Sorry, I don't know why I got so aggressive with you. Veromnus, no. Banned forever. Now, everyone, let's start talking about how glad we are Veromnus is gone. Veromnus is just like, oh my gosh, making a comment about a missile. Sorry, Veromnus. Listen. Here's why this is relevant. Veromnus has an unhappy face. So 3 damage for 3 is indeed kind of like meh. But the ability to do 1/1/1 or 2/1 is very good against a lot of the decks that do have counters. So I mean, it's incredible against like rogue style decks where you'll have like the 1/1 Death Toucher that becomes 3/2, and then like several other 1/1s, and you know the Lurrus of the Dream Den is a 3/2, things like that. And then in a pinch, yeah, you can just kill the 1/3, the Thoring Thought Thief. I think that the fact that it is able to split like this is often gets you 2-for-1s against the decks that you're playing in versus. So something like Fry, which is a spell that can't be countered, you often go 1-for-1. You get to fry the Teferi. But I mean, Magic Missile is ideal against like tokens and rogues and things like this. It feels very good. Meteor Swarm deals 8 damage divided as you choose among X target creatures and or planeswalkers. Oh, whoa! This is very, 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 very different. Okay. 8 damage for 4 is kind of a lot. So if I paid 5, I could deal like 4 and 4. Can only hit creatures and planeswalkers. I mean, in a big red deck, I'll run one of these, right? I can pick off a huge thing or do some splits. I mean, it's pretty weird. I mean, I'd give it like a 3 in limited still. It's a 4 mana nuke a creature, but you can also be a 6 mana like kill 3 creatures, which is good. Like, honestly, something like Mage Hunter's Onslaught, which is a sorcery speed 4 cost kill a creature in Strixhaven right now. A 4 cost Meteor Swarm, just kill a creature, cool. It's too weird for standard, but I actually quite like it limited. Minion of the Mighty, yeah, look, it's you, and I'm coming back. You're like, Dana, yeah, I brought a stick to my computer. 1 red for a 0/1 menacer. Ooh. Whenever a Minion of the Mighty attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6, you may put a dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. What? Excuse me. What? Yeah, this is, your pal Day9 is a fan of the Minion of the Mighty. Is it good? I wouldn't say it is. Is it amazing? Yes. On Twitch says turn 2 win in standard. What is the turn 2 win? Tell me about your turn 2 win filet on Twitch. You know what? Link me to this. I mean, like... More people are saying turn 2 lethal. I mean, help me out here. Oh, it is a Croaky's list. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the Croaky's list. Why not? Terror of Mount Velis. Oh, Jesus. Ah, yeah, because you minion of the mighty on turn 1, then you infuriate, and then you get Terror of Mount Velis. Cool. Very cool. Okay. I mean, this combo looks derpy and dumb. Whatever. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 in standard. I think it is a very marginal derp-ass minion in constructed, or in limited. 2 out of 5. I'll definitely try to make it work. This seems very satisfying. Orb of Dragonkind. 1 and a red. Oh, these artifacts are just beautiful. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells or activate abilities of dragons. Sack the Orb of Dragonkind. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Reveal a dragon card and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. No, where'd my pen go? It's my emotional support pen. Oh, it was painful. I mean, it's a weird one. The fact that it's like Dragon Ramp and that's it is kind of cool. We'll try to run some dumb stuff with this. This is a jank out of 5 in all circumstances. I think Orb of Dragonkind in a limited deck, you might want to run one of these if you have an excellent dragon to help basically have dragon fetch. Yeah, this is fine. Blundering Barbarian, 2 and a red. When it enters battlefield, destroy target artifact. Okay. Create a treasure token. Oh. 1 out of 5 in constructed. The ability to destroy an artifact with a body that lingers, we like it. Creating a treasure token, we don't care for it. Not at 3. Oh my god, Joey. Joey Ock. Message me. Message me, Joey. Ping me immediately. Because I live in Los Angeles now. I don't even know where you are. I have no idea where you are at all. Alright. Here we go. Bang. Price of Loyalty. 2 and a red. Gain control target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Oh, it's one of the... this is a limited card. We just move right on. Red Dragon. See, I'm checking my phone, Joey. Joey, you need a... Joey, you haven't messaged me yet. I'm devastated. Red Dragon. 4 and a pair of red O's. Flying 4/4. When a dragon enters battlefield, it deals 4 damage to each opponent. Do I like flying 4/4s? Yes. Do I like this flying 4/4? No. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to each opponent. This is a commander card. This is a card that you play and you're like, and you take damage. Did you adjust it on your phone? Did you take damage? And you adjust that down on your phone. Did you take damage? Commander is a game where one person is playing and 3 people are drinking and not paying attention to the one person who's playing. And this card is a great way to say, hey, I'm winning. So I'd give this a commander out of 5. Strong limited because it's a big flyer. It's a dragon. There's a lot of dragon synergies. Hip hip hooray. That's great. Shadowcat says, why the commander hate, bruh? What am I hating about commander? Is there any commander player here who's like, how dare you say that I am drinking and not paying attention in a game of commander? Who would ever say that? They wouldn't. In fact, they would be drinking and not paying attention to me if they're a real commander player. Sagerina says this is not a commander card. Yeah, commander cards are like, oh, it's less than 12 mana. Well, it's not good in my commander deck. Rust Monster. Ugh. Oh, look at this. The lighting on this is very Polaroid. I mean, this is very like Blair Witch light coming from the camera lighting. Look at this. Rust monster, 2 in a red. First strike, 2/1. Second artifact, Rust monster gets big. I mean, a 2/1 first striker is okay. It's nah, no. I mean, Radical Guitar says, for one of the most terrifying D&D monsters, this thing is lame. Yeah. Swarming Goblins, 4 in a red. Oh my god. 4 in a red. When Swarming Goblins enters the battlefield, roll a d20. Oh my god, it itself is a 4/3. Then you can create 1, 2, or 3 1/1s. This is going to be a very fun one. I like this one a lot. This is a 3 for me. I think there's a lot of good red in Limited here. This is great. 4/3 for 5 that's just going wide. Love little tokens. Tiger Tribe Hunter, 3 and a pair of reds for the 4/4 trample. Whenever Tiger Tribe Hunter attacks, if you attacked with 6 or more power, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Tiger Tribe Hunter deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature. Okay, so you can swing out and fling creatures at other creatures. Then she is badass, man. What even is this thing over here? Is that a mouth? What is that thing? Is this paint on a face? I don't even know. This is something terrifying. That's a tiger, though. I know what that is. That. Oh no, this is her cape. This is a cape. Get me out of this card. Everyone's watching, just like, that's clothes. That's not a creature at all, Sean. Like, what is this eye here? How does this eat? Like, do you think that when this one is sad, it makes a noise? Or do you think it just hides in a dark cave? Sean, that's clothing. All right, Unexpected Windfall, 2 and a pair of reds. As an additional cost, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Okay, I actually would run this in my constructed stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be... This one. This one over here, right there. This one. Ooh, this card right here, that's a good one. Unexpected. TV Anderson's day, and I'm terrified every time he opens his closet. I open it up, I'm like, honey, did you hang up a bunch of tigers and mastodons in the closet? She's like, you mean your shirts? And I'm like, I'm just going to lock myself in the closet for a bit. Yeah, this is... I liked Pirate's Pillage. This is an unexpectedly good Pirate's Pillage. This is hot plasma. This is Gaius. This is like constructed magic right here. This is like even... This is maybe even as high as a 2. Is it good and limited? Do I care? I mean, we can also get like a 7-mana dragon on turn 5, which is kind of neat. I like Unexpected Windfall. I just like... This is a good card. 5 out of 5 in limited. I don't know. Valor Singer, 2 in a red. Combat Inspiration. Beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets inspiration. Quite solid. I like this. I think it's quite solid. Limited. 2, 3. Something like 2.5. Wish. 2 in a red. Sorcery. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. It's douchebag time. You know what I'm going to put in my sideboard? You know what I'm going to put in there? You know what I'm going to put in that? You know, put in that one? You know, put in the sideboard there? Ironcrag Feet. I'm going to put some really stupid in the sideboard where I'm just like, I can always get 7 more mana. Oh, that's good. So I'm going to pay 3 to be able to then play an Ironcrag Feet this turn to be able to just play 1 more card. But here's the funny part. To be able to play Wish and Ironcrag Feet, I would need 7 land anyways. So then that way I can go from outside again the Ironcrag Feet, cast it, and get the 7 red that I need to just play the 7 mana thing from my hand anyways. Mwah. This is great. Maybe play a card you own from outside the game this turn. I don't even understand why. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 5 out of 5 constructed. We're going to do something dumb with this. I don't know what dumb thing we're going to do, but we're going to do the dumbest that we can find. Zorn. 2 in a red for Zorn. If you would create 1 or more treasure tokens, instead create those tokens plus an additional treasure token. Where's our mono red treasure jank? Where's our mono red treasure jank? It's a 3-2 for 3, therefore I evaluate it as a 1 out of 5, because it's just fine. It's making extra treasures, don't care, doesn't matter to me. Dude, Rakdos Treasures. They're just like almost, it's almost a little too thirsty. It's like when someone has a crush on another person, and the other person says something that's not really funny, and the crusher just howls with laughter because it feels so good to hear my crush talk. Oh my god! And you're just like you're doing it a little too hard. Like that's what I feel about Rakdos Treasures. It's like bag of meat, and it's like create 1 food token and a treasure token. It's just like this extra little drops in there. I don't know, Zorn. I mean, maybe Rakdos Treasures is going to be hot gas. Maybe it's just going to be like, oh, and with Rakdos Treasures, you can spend all this extra way to generate treasures. And I hope to find a use for them someday. You come to the Knoll camp. 1 in a red. Choose 1. Intimidate them. Up to 2 target creatures can't block this turn. Or fend them off. Target creature gets +3/+1 till end of turn. 5. Limited. Love this shit. Probably more accurately, I should say a 4, but I think this is the combat trick plus tiny finishing element. So good. Because, like, you know, Cosmotronic Wave is a card that's, like, really stupid. Sometimes you have no creatures on board, a removal spell, and a Cosmotronic Wave in your hand. Your creatures can't block this turn. This is so nice to be able to have this, so at least if you have no creatures in hand, you know that when you do play one, you can buff it. You find some prisoners. 1 in a red. Break their chains. Destroy target artifact. Woo! That's good. Interrogate them. Exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. Choose 1 of them until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. And you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. Oh. Elos F. 100 bits. 100 bits. 100 bits. This is thanks for fun stream. You got it, Elos F. We're trying our best to have fun. This... You know, this is like pay 2 mana to scry 3, draw 1. It's some nice chaos. Destroys target artifact. This is actually kind of relevant in Constructed. Actually, this is like a 4 out of 5. This is a good sideboard card in Constructed. You're always looking for some instant speed artifact removal in some circumstances. You know, like a Braids feel nice. But the fact that I can instant speed snickety snatch something off the tippity top of their dickety deck could be fun. Let's give it a 1 out of 5 in Constructed. Sure fell out of favor the more I spoke. Limited, very middling. Like, I don't know, 0 or 1 or something. I'd rather just have a good card. You see a pair of goblins, no pun intended. 2 in a red. Charge them. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. I love this. Instant speed goblin creation. 5. I think this is a high value limited card. I'd give it a 4. It's high value. Absolutely like a 3 or 4. Instant goblins. Have you ever had instant goblins? No, I don't own a microwave. You see a pair of goblins, I like this card. I give it like a 3 or 4. A 3 or a 4. This is good. This is good. Zalto, Fire Giant Duke. Sometimes just reading a name in Magic makes me laugh. 3 in a red, Legendary Giant Barbarian. It's a 7/3. Ooh. Whenever Zalto, Fire Giant Duke, is dealt damage, venture into the dungeon. Yeah. 2 or 3. It doesn't have haste. It doesn't do anything the turn it's played. If someone just shoots it, it's gone. Yeah, it's I think our most usual rating is 2 in limited, 0 in constructed. And I think Zalto fits the bill perfectly. Maybe we'll have some weird way to like give it more toughness. It's like, surprise, I'm gonna venture deeper into the dungeon, brr. Zario, Archduke of Avernus. Creatures you control get +1/+1, gain haste till end of turn. Okay. Wow, it's only 4? Okay. Create a 1/1 red devil creature token with, when this creature dies, deals 1 damage to any target. Oh! Get an emblem with the end of your first combat phase on your turn. Untap target creature control after this phase. Oh, Zario is so bad. Oh, Zario is just bad. It's just bad. I think Zario sucks. Okay, so Zario can make little 1/1 devils. Okay. Creatures you control get a little bigger and get hasty. Okay. At the end of the first combat phase on your turn, untap 1 creature, and then I get an additional combat phase where I get to attack with that 1 creature. I have no interest in that at all. 0 out of 5. And I'm going to give this probably a 2 or 3 out of 5 in limited, because the ability to make some 1/1 devils every single turn is so good. I mean, I guess if you were going like mass vigilance creatures, please. Yeah, no, this card is so bad that I feel like we're soon going to be able to see just like the wire and the paper mache on this halo just start to show, and then Zario's going to start to get all self-conscious and stuff. I don't know. I'm not into Zario. I'm going to get right onto the greenies. It's greenie time. 606 pick up sticks. When will day 9 end? We have about 90 cards to go. We've been going at the rate at about 45 an hour. So maybe right around 8. Feeling great. Who do we appreciate? Boulette. Salut Boulette, qu'est-ce qui se passe? And Boulette says, snarly barley barley. I think Boulette is darling. 3 in a red. 3 in a green. Let me stop. Big highlights for me from red was that 6/6 dragon with haste uncounterability. Oh! So good. So good, so good, so great. It's time for, historically, my favorite color. Green. Boulette. 3 and a green creature beast at the beginning of your end step. If creature died this turn, swell up Boulette. Solid little creature. Gets bigger each turn, doing the things that I want to do. Kill stuff. Give it a 2. 3/3 for 4. That eventually becomes 4/4 for 4. It's okay. He's okay. It's fine. Bull's Strength. 1 and a green. Target creature gets +2/+2. Gains trample. And gets untapped. It's combat trick. It's combat trick out of 5. It's a limited card. We're starting light. Choose your weapon. 2 and a green. 4. Double target creature's power and toughness till end of turn. Oh, yeah, it's big. Archery. The spell deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. These modal cards are awesome. Here's the thing. If you play enough limited, there's like, I don't know, there's just these boundary cards that you just always kind of want to have at some point. You know, like Tangle Trap's a good example. It's like deal 5 damage to a creature with flying. Or the destroy an artifact. Or the +1/+1 to all your creatures till end of turn. Things like this. And it never feels like the cost is quite right. This is more expensive for the deal 5 damage to a creature with flying, but then it also has this like double up sort of thing, and I like that. It makes me more excited to run one of these and not have to worry so much. I think it's probably a 3 or a 4 in limited. I just love this. Don't run it in constructed. Circle of Dreams Druid. Green. Add green for each creature you control. Elves. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Green, green, green. She comes out. Just green, green, green all the way. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 in constructed. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 in limited. Happy to be here, everyone. Happy to be here. I'm sure there's going to be some weird, just like tap on tap, tap on tap. There always is. But, you know, Elves is one of these, like, you smack someone down in, like, 3 turns, or you get 1 sweeper or 1 removal spell that disrupts everything and you're dead. So, I don't know. I think Circle of Dreams Druid is going to be mediocre in the way that Elves is mediocre. Circle of the Moon Druid. 2 and a green for a 2/4. Nice. As long as it's your turn, Circle of the Moon Druid is a bear with base power and toughness 4/2. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. 3 limited. I love a 4/2 for 3. Oh my god, yeah, it's a werebear, like you just don't care. Oh, that's awesome. Defensive stat line when I want it to be defensive. The O stat line for when I want to be offensive. Oh my gosh. Zaluxra says, he's a bear in both forms, to be fair. Yeah. I mean, it's a stat bear, so it's not going to be good. Constructed. Compelled Duel. 1 in a green. Target creature gets +3/+3 on a turn and must be blocked this turn if able. Cool art. I love how it's both bright and dark at the same time. It's so good. Limited card. It's an acceptable trick. It's very okay. It's very, very okay. It's kind of like a Prey Upon. You get swollen first. And your opponent has some optionality. Direwolf Prowler. Oh, the angry dog. 2 and a green for a 2/2 wolf. Direwolf Prowler. It's +2/+2 and gains haste until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. So I can play it for 5 and have a 4/4 haster. Very, very, very fillery, limited stuff. Nothing exciting. Druid class. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Guys, it's a ramp card. When this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Still a land. This is a really important card for me. I love when I can play additional lands in a turn. Like Asuza Lost But Seeking. We do need to get a lot of lands into the hand. So there's like Verdant Mastery, Cultivates. And the fact that I'm like gaining all sorts of health, getting all big. Ooh. Okay. We're going to do some Druid ramping. This feels good to me. We're going to give this a day 9 out of 5. In limited, very mediocre. Very... It's like whatever. You have to get quite a lot of ramp in there. I don't know what's in the multicolored. Eliwick Tumblestrum. She is so happy. 2 and a pair of greens for 4 Loyalty Planeswalker. +1, venture into the dungeon. Nice. Very, very, very nice. -2, look at the top 6 cards of your library. Reveal a creature card from among them, put it into your hand. If it's legendary, you gain 3 life. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Sure, green creature card draw. Cool. Creatures you control have trample and haste. Get +2/+2 for each differently named dungeon you've completed. That's kind of fun. Still feels like a very limited Planeswalker type thing. I have a very weak evaluation of dungeons. But I think that I'll start to just be like, oh, of course he's going to go through the dungeon of the Mad Frog or whatever it is. But yeah, the -2 to just get a creature and gain some health is just nice. Just a very nice find a creature thing. But the +1 being venture into the dungeon fucking sucks. The best part about Eliwick Tumblestrum is the name. 0 in constructed, 5 in limited. Eltergard Ranger. My brain could not stop seeing Elder Turd. Elder Turd Ranger, 4 and a green. Reach. When Elder Turd Ranger enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. I really like cards like this. In limited. I give this like a 4. I mean, I really like this kind of. It has 4 power and reach, which is a really weird mix until you recall that there's a lot of dragons. So it helps deal with the dragons. If you can clear out anything at all, you have 6 power swinging in, which is a ton. 6 power triggers all the pack smack. I don't know what it's called. Pack mind. Oh, pack tactics. Pack tactics. And 2/2 is perfectly acceptable beater. Yeah, I love cards like this. I value them very highly. Probably too highly, but I'm still correct. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. A 3 mana enchant land. When Find the Path enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Ow! I did this, and I punched my subwoofer. I have awoken the baby. Yeah, it kind of stinks that it's just add green. Because it's a very narrow kind of ramping. I mean, this is exclusively limited. You'll note she hisses at me when I want to move her off the mouse pad. She doesn't hiss at me when I do a little cat spaceship action. It's because she's my little cat astronaut. God, I fucking love these cats. Froghemoth. 10 out of 10, best card here. I don't even care what the rest of it says. Froghemoth. 3 and a pair of greens for trample haste. Ooh, it's a frog horror. It's a frog horror. Trample haste whenever Froghemoth deals combat damage to a player. Exile up to that many target cards from their graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on Froghemoth for each creature card exiled this way. You gain 1 life for each non-creature card exiled this way. Oh my frog. Fuck. 5 out of 5 in limited. I'd give it a 3 or 4 out of 5 in constructed. The ability to exile cards from a graveyard is very, very high in standard. It's very high in standard. Is valued very highly in standard. This is why cards like Scavenging Ooze that you can use to devour things in the graveyard with is valued. The fact that this is a trample haster means it's good at dealing with planeswalkers on an empty board. It can crack back unexpectedly and exile a bunch of essential cards from the graveyard. And it can just come out as a 4/4, smash in, and just become like a 6/6 or an 8/8, which is really cool. It's like a warp speed Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, maybe I'd even give it like a 4 out of 5 in standard. I love this guy, and the art is awesome. This is how I see myself when I look in the mirror after eating so much food in the pandemic. Knoll Hunter. I actually adore this art with this sort of like empty, hazy background. 1 and a green for a 2/2. Tactics. Whenever Knoll Hunter attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, put +1/+1 counter on Nolanta. Love these 2 mana upside creatures. I mean, green's always going to have good creatures, so the 2 mana 2/2 creatures are probably going to be best in green, so 3 out of 5. Green Dragon. Green Dragon! Flying 4/4 for 6. When Green Dragon enters the battlefield until end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. Poison Touch. Poison Breath. So you have to play this pre-combat, but this is nice. This is like a combat trick beater flapper boy. I'm going to give it a 5 in limited. I think all the dragons are pretty great in limited. Maybe 4. 3.83. Not a constructed card. It's slow, doesn't really do anything. I mean, if we have a 4/4 flyer that conditionally kills stuff compared to the 6/6 uncounterable flying haste dragon. Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Oh my god, he actually is gorging on herds. Ugh. When Hill Giant Herd Gorger enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. It's a 7/6 for 6. I overvalue big cards like this. Like, a lot in limited. Like, so much. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. Because I just turned 35, and 35 is a lucky number of mine. 3 lucky numbers. I think you know 2 of them now. There's 35, and what's one of the obvious ones? I don't think you'll ever get the third one. I talk about this number from time to time. Talk about this number from time to time. If anyone knows my third lucky number, you'll be my favorite today. My favorite today. Yeah, but 9 and 35. That's right. 9 and 35 are the one. Hunter's Mark. J. Nope. It's not a meme number. Hunter's Mark, 3 and a green. Spell costs 3 less to cast. If targets, blue permanent you don't control, can't be countered. Oh, okay. Target creature you control. It's +1/+1 till end of turn. Then deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Planeswalker you don't control. Okay, so this is... So, I mean, it's green removal at instant speed, so this is always going to be valued highly and limited. All right, cool. But what do we think about it? It only lets me blow up a creature or planeswalker that's blue. I don't know. It seems even more marginal than the other specific hate thingies. Specific color hate cards. So, I mean, this is obviously very good and limited. This feels a little weird if you're trying to battle against a blue deck in Constructed, because, like, okay, a card that says exile target black creature planeswalker. There's a lot of black creatures and black planeswalkers that see play. There's not that many blue creatures that see play. There's blue planeswalkers, but there's just not that many blue creatures that see play. Maybe if the tempo decks were a thing. This is a weird one. I'm gonna give this a 1 in sideboard. If I'm a green player and I'm against a control player or a blue player, I don't even think I'm gonna be running this. Maybe just against Azorius flyers or mono blue flyers. Who knows? Inspiring Bard. When you enter the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, or you gain 3 life. Nice. A nice little solid baby vanilla card in limited. Totally benign from top to bottom. Yeah, no one has come close to my third lucky number. It's a weird number. I'm not going to say what it is yet because I like to have a tease about something that's very boring. The number itself is pretty bland, except that for some reason I just kept seeing it everywhere for like a 1 to 2 month period when I was younger. I couldn't stop seeing this number. I would buy something and the total would be that number. I would glance at the clock and it would be that amount. I would, tune into a video and there would be that many views on the video or that many thumbs up or something like this. I'd have an appointment and the address would be that number. It was really interesting. So I've just started to look for it and think about the number. Every time I see the number, I screenshot on my phone, I dump it into a folder. I'm like obsessed with this very specific weird number. Anyways, Instrument of the Bards, 1 green, legendary artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a harmony counter on Instrument of the Bard. Okay. Search your library for a creature card with a mana value equal to the number of harmony counters on Instrument of the Bard. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If that card is legendary, create a treasure token, then shuffle. Whoa. 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 I mean, this seems incredible. This is obviously like a really long-term value card. But like, Western Black says, or Bluff Squirrel says, this will somehow break vintage with 0 harmony counters. Yeah. I mean, I think that this is kind of one of these, think of as a turn 6 play, and probably use it to just get a lot of 2 and 3 mana creatures out for value later on. And then I think you're okay. Because you can play Instrument of the Bards on turn 1, and then the next turn add a counter, the next turn add a counter, the next turn add a counter. And later on, you just plop down some bigger creatures. Yeah, I think this is probably, I'd put it as a 4 in limited. Probably as a 4. Constructed 0, man. Are you kidding me? You want me to wait turns to do things? Bleh. Yeah, I just think it's very, very expensive and slow. Intrepid Outlander, 1 and a green for reach. Peck Tactics. When Intrepid Outlander attacks, if you attacked with a whole bunch, venture into the dungeon. Wow. It's a 2 mana 2/3 with reach. 4. I mean, that's very good. Those are good stats and reach. Yeah, oh yeah. Limited. Loathsome Troll. For 3, green. Roll a d20. Activate only if Loathsome Troll's in your graveyard. Oh, interesting. Put it on top of your library. Put it in your hand. Put it in the battlefield. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see if we can keep narrowing it down. Yeah, my third lucky number, it is a 3-digit integer. Wow, this is an interesting one. I mean, this is obviously an all-star in limited. Because you can, about half the time, more than half the time, get card advantage out of it. Wow, some of you have gotten somewhat close. I mean, I've narrowed it down to 1,000. And there's a few thousand of you here, so if you coordinate, you can you can figure it out amongst all you. Yeah, I mean, it's very clearly super limited. I mean, a 5 mana thing that dies to a Bone Crusher Giant is just god-awful and terrible. So yeah, no, this is an interesting one. Oh, I'm going to be playing a lot of drafts. I, for whatever reason, have just, the pendulum for me has swung hard into limited recently because I'm so tired of Throne of Eldraine. Like, I'm going to be playing a good amount of standard, but I just think that we're going to have a legendary trip. We're going to go to Mythic in both standard and limited is what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's not 911. Although 108, I do like the number 108 a lot. You guys are doing a great job. 108 is, I think, an absolutely beautiful number. I love 108. I know it's fucking awesome. All right, long rest. Nice. Very great memory. X, green. Return X target cards with different mana values from your graveyard to your hand. If 8 or more cards were returned to your hand this way, your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Oh my gosh. There it is. There's the coordination. Now you're all coordinated. Now you're all just counting together. You're all just slowly counting. This is going to be great. So this is an 11 mana, return 8. Well, I guess you can do... No, it has to be 8. Yeah, huh? This card looks really terrible. I mean, let's be real. Agadeem's Awakening puts it right onto the battlefield. I don't know, man. Maybe you ramp out a bunch of mana, and then you long rest to put all the mana generators back into your hand. Oh my god, I'm messaging Eric right now. Okay, hold on. Long rest deck. Alright, this is so sick. What you do is you just start ramping and ramping and ramping and ramping and ramping and get a bunch of shit into your graveyard. Then you long rest and get all your ramp cards back. Bang! Yeah. Oh, this is tricky. Let's see if anyone's guessed the number. Y'all are counting up from 108. This is incredible. This is incredible. We might get there, or we might not. The number could be lower than 108. I didn't say that, but, you know, 7 numbers less than that are 3-digit. Okay. This is just hot garbage from front to back. There is an argument to be made that cards like this, having like one of in your limited list, can be a real boon late game. Because, you know, something like Reconstruct History, you have to cast a bunch of shit, and then you can play Reconstruct History to return 2 to 3 cards to your hand, and that can feel really, really good. So, I don't know. I'd give it like a 1 or a 2 very circumstantial build around and limited. Lurking Roper. 2 and a green. Lurking Roper doesn't untap during your untap step. When you gain life, untap Lurking Roper. Ooh. Lurking Roper looks hilarious. Oh my god, look at this. You see, stalactites grow down from the ceiling once stalagmites reach. Ah! Alright, well. Clearly a limited all-star. I'd give it a 3. Because it's hard to untap it. But, you know, I think that... it's okay. 0, meh. Neverwinter Dryad. It's 1 green. Sack it, search your library for a basic forest card, put onto the battlefield, tapped, and shuffle. Turn 2, ramp. 10 out of 10. Turn 2, ramp. Turn 2, ramp. Turn 2, ramp. Turn 2, ramp. I'm going to run the Neverwinter Dryads in my mono green ramp-a-lot deck. Mookop, I believe in you. Mookop is counting the numbers one at a time and typing them into chat to see if Mookop can hit my favorite 3-digit lucky number. I have a favorite 1-digit, 2-digit, and 3-digit lucky number. They are 9, 35, and something. I love this card a lot. One of the things that you'll see a lot in Rampi lists is that there's not a lot of turn 2 ramp cards. There's like Cultivate, which on turn 3 you do stuff. Or there's something like Emergent Sequence that's 2 mana, but it makes the land a creature, which then makes it killable. Oh, I'm going to laugh if Mookop doesn't get it first, man. That's so funny. But I like this because it's a way to turn 1, play something that you can then crack and turn into a land. I mean, it's 3 mana spread out over 2 turns, but I like that I can get this late and ramp with it as a 3rd one, but then also I can occasionally get a turn 2. Wow. This is interesting. Mookop says, I got mentioned by name in chat. My mission's done. And then you just stop typing. Oh, that's so funny. All right. What do I think about this in limited? I value ramping a little less in limited, even though it's like perfectly fine. Shadowcat91 says, are we getting close? People have said numbers all over the spectrum, and not my number, and I don't know how to describe the closeness of it. Here to says this is torture. Is it really torture to not know my 3rd favorite number? Am I torturing you? Are you like being waterboarded right now? The lack of knowledge. All right. Okay, here we go. Ochre Jelly. All right. X and green. Oh, we're still going. We're still going. I actually feel like I'm a child right now. I feel like such... You know how like 8th graders... No, even less than like 6th graders. They have strong opinions about their rankings of lizards and shit. Like, I want to be that way again. This is great. Harry Duche says, this is, and I say this with the utmost sincerity, truly worse than watching my face get stitched up. I do not say that with utmost sincerity. Okay, I'm getting mixed signals from you. All right, let's look at the Ochre Jelly. X and a green for an ooze. Trample. Ochre Jelly enters with X +1/+1 counters. Great. When it dies, if it had 2 or more +1/+1 counters on it, create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of the next end step. The token enters the battlefield with half that many X. Gotta round it down. So if it comes out and it is a... Let's play 7 mana and it's a 6/6. When it dies, it'll make a token that's a 3/3. That when it dies, will make a token that's a 1/1. I like it. 5. Infinite Jelly. Get the Ozolith there, so that way it's just constantly pushing the counters back and forth from the jelly. Oh, dude. Bro. Now that's this threat is sticky. Yeah, I'd give it a 4 in constructed, but it needs a lot of support. And I am going to ramp and build some really dumb stuff in there. This is probably a 2 in constructed. But it's very resilient. I really like this. It's pricey. Like, you'll get a 4/4 for 5, and then it'll die and become a 2/2. Wow, Ghosty's just pasting them all. Wow. Keep going, Ghosty. Old Gnawbone, which is very similar to what I say to my dog, Old Bone Eyes. Now, Ghost Stalker, you're typing all the numbers 100 at a time. I'm going to tell you, Ghosty, it's in the 500s. And I'll only call out the person that names... my 3rd favorite number that's in the 500s. This stream has gone off the rails. Did you type my number in there? It looks like it. Oh, okay. You know, let's end this today. Let's end this right now. Let's end this. This is going to be the most anticlimactic thing ever. Zrang911 typed it. It is 548. 3rd favorite number. First person I saw type it. And if any of you want to contest, we can go to your chat history. We can find out. But Zrang911, 548. There it is. Psymaster also typed a little bit afterwards. 548. Flamesfire is damn. Mine was 584. Ha ha! I saw you. I saw you typing 584, and I was like, what does that number have going on? Again, there was a period of time where every time I looked at the clock, it was 548. I'd buy something from a store, be $5.48. I would go check a viewer count on the stream. 548 viewers. I would just lots of times. I'd like set a timer for a long amount of baking and be like, how much is left? 5 minutes 48 seconds. Zrang says also A+ on name pronunciation. You got it, Z. Rang. But Stombo gives him 5. Thanks, but Stombo. But Stombo gives 548. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it's done. That's how we streamers make the medium-sized bucks. Anyways, how does old Gnawbone work? 5 and 2 greens. Flying. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens. Ha ha ha! Oh! Good old Gnawbone. Oh, Gnawbone. Excellent. Oh, yeah. Good old Gnawbones. Oh, man. This card actually sucks in Constructed and will absolutely be on the next episode of Sean Streams Magic. Oh, that's some good bone gnawing action. Oh, I'm just sitting over here gnawing some bones, turning bones into treasures. 0 in Constructed, 5 in Limited. A 7/7 flyer is just great. 7/7 flyer. 7/7 flyer. If I said that I hated it, then I would be a liar. Get me out of here. Owlbear, 10 out of 10 card for the name alone. 3 and a pair of greens for a bird bear. That's a 4/4. Trample, Keen Senses. When Owlbear enters the battlefield, draw a card. 5 limited card. Are you kidding me? What? Look at him. And he's like your neighbor waving like, hello. He's just walking. Oh, hey. Look at his silly ass bird beak face. Oh my god. What a great bird bear. I mean, this is an insanely good card. 5 mana, 4/4 trample. When it enters, draw a card. Holy shit. This is it. Terrible unconstructed. Plummet. Prosperous Innkeeper, 1 and a green for a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Really? Oh, really? Oh, it's not 1 green. It's 1 and a green. Okay. Okay. This guy's just here to untap the tentacle spike. You know what I'm saying? Good old tentacle spike. Yeah, but oh my god, you're right. It's an Azure Drake or an Azure Drake for you cunning linguists out there. No, it's an Azure Drake. It's an owlbear. That was a card in Magic the Gathering, or excuse me, in Hearthstone. That was a 4/4 for 5 mana that drew a card on entry, and it gave +1 spell damage. Purple Worm, 5 and 2 greens to make a worm. That's an 8/7. The spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Ward 2. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty freaking great in Limited. A 5 mana, 8/7 with Ward 2. O10 General says, why is it a worm and not a worm? Like a worm and not a worm. Worms are with U's, a worm, and there's a worm. And this is a worm. Why is it not a U worm? Probably just because of the IP. Great Limited. I'd give it a 4. I love it. Ranger class. When Ranger class enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Yes. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. Yes. You may look at the top card of your library. Anytime you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. 5 in Limited. Like, holy 5 as fuck. What do I think about this in Constructed? Oh, I actually think that this is kind of hot, gassy plasma in Constructed. I mean, this is some good stuff. This is some good stuff. It's a little slow, but it's good. And it's an enchantment. I'd give it a 3. I like this because it's a 2/2 that then starts making things get all big. And then when you upgrade it enough, you're just peeling things off the top like no problem. It's amazing. Requires a lot of mana to sink it in, but I'm mana wealthy. I have more mana coming next turn. This is an incredibly great card. I love this card. This is just insane. A 2/2 with upside is something I talk about a lot. This is a 2/2 with like up and upside. You know what I'm saying? Love Ranger. Ranger's great. Ranger's longbow. Equipped creature has +2/+1 and has reach, and it's expensive as hell. Pricey. It's green. It's very shrug the shoulders. Scaled Herbalist. 1 and a green. Put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. I have overvalued this kind of card for too long. Not anymore. 0 in Constructed and Limited. Yes! Feels good to strike back against cards that have hurt me by letting me play them and then I lose. Spoils of the Hunt. 2 and a green. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each mana from a treasure that was spent to cast a spell. Then, that creature deals damage equal to the power target creature an opponent controls. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a 4. Because, I mean, really, this is 3 mana. Creature deals damage equal to power to target creature opponent doesn't control. It's like a weird... I don't remember what the Strixhaven card is. That's just like, you deal damage. It's like Tangle Drop or whatever it is. I'm gonna give this a 1 because this card annoys me. They're trying to push treasures in my direction. Sylvan Shepherd, 2 and a green for a 2/3. Vigilance. Whenever it attacks, you gain 1 life, 2 life, or 5 life. Solid. Just a solid pack filling nonsense green card. I like the design of the art. I think it's great. The Tarask. Heart of Tarask, one of my favorite items in Dota 2. I like things that make me big. 6. Green, green, green. The Tarask has haste and ward 10 as long as it was cast. Whenever the Tarask attacks, it fights target creature defending player controls. Doesn't have indestructible. It has damn near indestructible. I mean... What does ward keyword do? You have to pay 10 mana anytime you target it. Doesn't have trample, which is kind of funny. As a Timmy, this card disappoints me. I'm going to give it a 1 in constructed. Isn't that sad? In limited, I'll give it a 2. 9 mana. So many mana. Now, if I am drafting tomorrow and we see this, we pick it. Do you understand? Oh, when it attacks, it does kill a creature. Yeah, let's give it a 5 in limited. It does seem good. Does seem good. Underdark Basilisk. 1 green, 1/2 death touch. Total pack filling dregs. No big deal. Varus, Silvery Moon Ranger. The expression that we're seeing from Varus is one of, why Silvery Moon? Why not just Silver Moon? He's really stuck in that contemplative state. 1 green, green, legendary creature, Human Elf Ranger. Reach ward 1. Okay, 3 mana, 3/3. Cool. Whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon. Whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. 0 in constructed and a 5 in limited. Great stat line. Actively difficult to remove. Oh my god. Xerxes' Silver Moon would be Blizzard territory. Oh. I now know how to tread dangerously close to the line without stepping over it. This is my villain. He's Arcturus Manxki. And he will be stopped by Jim Rainery. Come hang out in Silvery Moon? Oh my god, that's so funny, man. Silvery Moon. You can't say Silver Moon. Just kind of a Silvery Moon. It's like... It's a little bit rusted, so it's just kind of silverish. Alright. Okay. This is a 5 in limited because it is a 3/3 for 3. Good stat line. Has reach. Very nice. Ward 1, hard to remove. And whenever you're casting creatures, it's doing something actively beneficial. Going through the dungeon, which is doing also marginal beneficial things. When it completes, it makes a creature. It's good. Maybe we'd say it's a 4, but I mean, I'm going to call this 5 because it's doing so many things slightly that I think that some of it makes this very sort of aloof-looking man be a good pick. Giving it the 5. Wandering Troubadour. Oh, this is me when I'm on vacation, and there's my wife and my dog, and there's one of the cats, and Huh. Just one cat, huh? I guess Sheriff's not a fan of music. Beginning of your end step, if you had land under the battlefield under your control this turn, venture into the dungeon. I mean, the art is really fun. I mean, you can see it. He's just like, oh, he's like ready to get into it. I love my cat emotes. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Werewolf pack leader. Oh my god, double green for a 3/3. Tactics. Whenever werewolf pack leader attacks, you attacked. Creatures with a total of 6 or greater at this combat, draw a card. Until end of turn, werewolf pack leader has base power and toughness 5/3 against trample and isn't a human. 5 in constructed, 5 in limited. What are we doing here? This is 5. This is an insane tactics card. This is, I mean, mono green beatdowns are going to be doing something special for us. This is good. Yeah. Excuse me. That's good. Good lord. 3/3 for 2. Overcosted. Excuse me. Overpowered. 2 mana 3/3s. Really, really good. The fact that you can start bonking in that early in a game of Magic, there's a lot of ways to deal 2 damage, not a lot of ways to deal 3 damage that efficiently. It is just really good. Card draw on green. Well, green is the second best card draw color. Blue's number 1, green's number 2. Bet you didn't know that. Of course it'd be good card draw on green. Of course it'd be good card draw on green. Yeah, so the order is... Actually, I don't know what the bottom 2 are, but I know it does go blue, green, black. Ultras times I thought it was blue than black. I did for a while until Wizards was like, yeah, green just has the better card draw. And then when you see that, you're like, oh. Yeah, if I had to choose, it would be white is the worst. White, I think, does have the worst card draw. White's like, I'll only draw if you draw 2. Get out of here, man. Wild shape. Ah, yes, the story of my love handles. 1 green instant. Choose 1 until end of turn. Target creature you control has... Until end of turn, target creature you control has that base power and toughness, becomes that creature type, and gains that ability. A 1/3 turtle with hexproof. A 1/5 spider with reach. A 3/3 elephant with trample. I'm not going to evaluate this card. This card uses that in a way that sounds far too sassy for me. I'm not doing it. You find a cursed idol. 1 in a green. Smash it. Destroy target artifact. Destroy target enchantment. Create a treasure token and venture into a dungeon. Good card. In limited. Not necessarily constructed, because I prefer the instant speed. Good stuff, though. I like this. This is a nice... I love these modal cards. Shit. Yes. Fuck yeah. Giving a 42 out of 3. Yes, good one. I'm tired. I don't want to. I don't want to keep rating things. I don't want to keep rating things. It's okay. We only have 50 more to go. It's fine. You happen on a glade. Oh my god, not a bots. Did you notice that the you blah 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 cards have the same party of 4 recurring characters? They are legendary creatures in the set with venture into the dungeon mechanics. It's Nadar, Eliwick, Varys, and Hama Pushar. I don't know who Hama Pushar is. Hama Pushar. Yeah, look, there they are. There's the 4 of them. You happen on a glade. 2 in a green. Johnny on. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal them. Put them into your hand. Then shuffle. Make camp. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. It's like whatever. It's like whatever. It's like I don't give a damn. You meet in a tavern. 2 in double green. Oh, look at me. He's just like, ugh. Yes. Choose one from a party. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Fuck. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. 5 limited. Good lord. Glord. That's just very good. That is just like very, very good. Mm-hmm. All right, you meet in a tavern. Here we go. We've done it. We have gotten through all the monocolored stuffs. We're at 216. 261 is when we're done. Who's ready for another 45 minutes of fantasticalism? Adult Gold Dragon, 3 red, white, flying, lifelink, haste. I adore this card. I like this card, Adult Gold Dragon. AGD. Flying, lifelink, haste. Oh, this is a wonderful aggro card. I like the theme of still making the dragons for power. Wow. Flying, lifelink, haste. I increasingly adore lifelink in Limited. It's just really nice for when you're in a bit of a tricky situation where you're not sure if you can keep pressing forward. You can just keep pressing forward. This is great. Yeah. I mean, it's a limited card. If you run this and constructed, you're a fool. You're a fool. But I love this. I adore this. I think this is a very strong limited card. Flying, lifelink, haste. 4 power in the skies. Wow. Bard class. That's me. Legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. Whatever. Legendary spells you cast cost green, red, less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. Okay, so for instance, if I had... if it was something like 3 colorless, black, blue... I couldn't spend the red-green, reducing the cost of the black of the 3 colorless part. So it would only be something that was like 2 green-red. Then it would only just cost 2 colorless. Okay. And then at level 3, whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. Terrible. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Maybe if I do some sort of control green-red deck nonsense garbage. Disgusting. Yeah, who wants to play bards? It sucks. It's just not a good one. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do, bard class? What am I going to run this in limited with my legendary theme deck? No, not a chance. Get out of here, Bard. Barrowin of Clan Under. 2 white black 3/3. When the Barrowin of Clan Under enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Whenever Barrowin of Clan Under attacks, return up to 1 creature card with mana value 3 less from your grave to the battlefield if you've completed a dungeon. Ooh, it was so good until that last clause. If you've completed a dungeon, boo. Boo, 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 boo. We're going to give it a dungeon out of 5 rating and a 0 out of 5 rating everywhere else. I think it sucks. A 3/3 for 4 that, like, maybe can do something good. But when it can do something good, it does something, like, good, man. Brenor Battlehammer. 2 red, white. For a 5/3, each creature you control gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it. You may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equip ability you activate each turn. The Colossus Hammer costs 1 and has an equip cost of like 8 or 10. So you can play Bruenor Battlehammer and just equip that puppy and bonk. Put it on Blink Dog. It's me, Blink Dog. Oh! Yeah, I think Blink Dog's pretty sick, thick, solid, and tight. So now says I like where Dana's going with this. I like where I'm going with it, too. Probably very strong and limited, like a 4. There's a lot of equipment. And a 5/3 for 4 with, like, some substantial damage coming in on curve. Sounds good. It sounds very good. A good 4 unlimited. The 3 toughness is a wee bit low, but I don't really care. Boros Equipement. Dueling. 3 green white for a 3/3 double striker. When Dueling enters the battlefield, create Greenver, a legendary 4/1 green cat creature token with trample. Nice. Whenever a creature dies, if it had power greater than its power, put a number of +1/+1 counters on equal the difference. This card is disgusting. 5 as hell. Wait, what? Five mana, 3/3 with a 4/1. Whenever any creature dies with power greater than... I think this is actually, like, constructed playable. I think this is a constructed playable card, right? Because you get a 3/3 and a 4/1. I mean, that's just a lot of stuff happening for 5 mana. You get 7/4 total power with double strike. Yeah. 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 This is the one. Yeah, I think that's actually really sick. Give it a tentative 2 in constructed and a 5 in limited. I mean, this is incredible. It's kind of killing me not saying Drizzt's name right. I don't know how to say his name. How do you pronounce this? Drisset. Is it Drisset? Is it? Is it Drisset? How do you pronounce it? Because I think it's the same noise that plays when there's like a breaker that has too much voltage going through it. This is Drisset, isn't it? This is Drisset. He do Erden, okay? Drisset. You were saying it right. Drisset. Okay. Isn't it? Frida, Devil's Chosen. I'm done with this card, man. 2 blue red. Dark One's own luck. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, Frida, Devil's Chosen gains flying and menace until end of turn. If any of those results was 10 or higher, draw a card. Zero or 1 in constructed. And 5 in limited. That's all there is to it. Like a 3/3 for 4 is like an acceptable stat line. It's not good. It's just acceptable. But then the ability to get flying and menace and drawing cards is fair. It's very exceptional. We're gonna give it the good old 5. Fighter class. Ooh, this is me. Alright. Fighter class. When fighter class enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Okay. Equip abilities you activate cost 2 less to activate. Okay. Whenever a creature you control attacks, up to 1 target creature blocks it this combat if able. Yeah. I will give this a 1 or a 2 in constructed. There's enough good equipment. I mean, obviously Embercleave, obviously Maul of the Skyclaves. And some resilient creatures that don't need mana. I mean, this, first of all, Fighter Clash replaces itself. You get to play it and just search for an equipment and just put it into the hand. Boom, done. I'm really interested in that level 2, which is equip abilities cost 2 less to activate. This could be cool. The more I talk, the more I'm just like, no. I don't know. I'm delighted to see this in limited because of the level 3 thing. Because you can choose who blocks who in combat. Gretchen Techuela. Green, blue, draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You know, with Zimone, I sort of was just like, oh my god, Zimone is going to be busted. Holy crap. And Zimone turned out to be very okay. Turned to be very just like okay. So I think Gretchen Titchwillow is going to be also like an okay card in limited, like a 3 out of 5. Like, obviously, we're drawing cards. This is obviously a big wall-ass kind of stat. But, yeah, you know what? I like drawing. I like ramping. I'm going to draft this stuff. I'm going to get all big and green. Seems good. Hamapushar, Ruin Seeker. 1 white, blue, room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. I'm going to give this a dungeon out of 5. We don't even know what a dungeon is, how well it works, how poorly it works, what's right, what's wrong, what's everything in between. Hamapushar. Uh-oh, sync's wrong. Watch this. And just like that, I fixed it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Did we do it? Is it good? Yeah. All right. This is a dungeon out of 5 rating. It's like whatever. Kalane, Reclusive Painter. Oh, it's Rakdos colors. Whenever I sit down to paint, I can't help but make treasure. All right, so black, red, 1/2. When Kalane enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each mana from a treasure spent to cast them. 0 out of 5. I don't like this treasure nonsense. It's like, I'm a human elf bard. How dare you think I'm a vampire? I'm Rakdos even. No, I don't want this. You know, Kalane Reclusive Painter, the ability set that's here really makes me think that this kid is not built for war, that he actually is a reclusive painter. Okay? Stupid human elf bard. Cridle of Baldur's Gate. Uh-oh. Blue black. Human elf rouge. Whenever Cradle of Baldur's Gate deals combat damage to a player, the player loses 1 life and middles a card, then you gain 1 life and scry 1. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 if you don't. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Or if you do, excuse me. Let's see here. This card's bad. I don't like it. It doesn't seem like a constructed card. There's just too many good flash rouges. I mean, this is like he himself can do stuff and make some stuff unblockable, but there's already. Yeah, no, this is. No. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. I mean, this is fine and limited, right? You can just pay 2 to cause any one of your creatures to become unblockable, which is nice. That's very nice. But if we're talking constructed, honestly, making things unable to block is extremely rarely used in almost any constructed format. And the reason is that you already have the evasion of flying. You already have some flying things that can bonk on through. And that's normally all you need. So the fact that we have a 1/3 instead of something like a Soaring Thought Thief, which is a flying flash 1/3. I mean, this isn't flash. Okay, the reason why this does not fit into the current Dimir Rogues build, as far as my present day evaluation, is that it is a sorcery speed 2 mana card. You can have a sorcery speed 1 mana card, but sorcery speed 2 mana in Dimir Rogues feels crappy. Flash lives on almost all the rogues in that deck, and that's part of what makes the deck function at all. So this feels like it would be heinously slow to me. You'd play it, and it would just your opponent would just kill all the other stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan of this in Constructed. Get out of here. Minsk, Beloved Ranger. Ooh, red, green, white for a 3/3. Okay. When Minsk, Beloved Ranger enters the battlefield, create Boo, a legendary 1/1 red hamster creature token with trample and haste. Till end of turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness XX and becomes a giant in addition to its other types. Oh, boo. Oh, boo. You know what? A 3/3 with a 1/1 for 3 mana. It's great. It's a hamster, and you're fighting with a hamster. That's an important thing to me. I'm going to give this a... I'd probably give it a 4 in Limited. That's a pretty prohibitive casting cost. In Constructed, 0. What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we trying to win games, or are we trying to express ourselves? Not here on Day 9 TV, where we learn to be a complete psychopath. Yeah, I'd give it... Because, like, this is a very tricky cost. I don't know what the mana fixing is like, but I understand that it's not the way it was in Strixhaven. Monk class. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Is that good in Control? I don't know. When this class becomes level 2, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. Well, through the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library for as long as it remains exiled. It has, you may cast this card from exile as long as you cast another spell this turn. Yeah, I think that this is actually an acceptable Azorius control card. Yeah, this is a good control card. Especially when you level it up to this. Because, like, you're basically just drawing an extra card a turn. Flurry of Blows. Yeah. Multiple tiny things. Wow. Yeah, it works nice in multiples. Because you can play, like, 1 cheap spell. And then your second spell just costs, like, 3 less. It's quite low level up cost, but keep in mind, if you're doing a control deck, you want to leave your mana open on your turn, so it's actually very hard to have the opportunity time-wise to do this leveling. But I think it seems good. Yeah, this is really great. Orcus, Prince of Undeath, X2, black-red. Flying Trample 5/3, cool. When Orcus, Prince of Undeath, enters the battlefield, you can either... Each other creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, you lose X life. Oh, X is the casting cost. For some reason, I thought you would just choose that. I was like, that's too fucking broken. This is already still really good. Return up to X target creature cards with total mana cost. Extra less from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. So if I play this for 2, X equals 2, that's 6 mana to get a 5/3 trampler where everything else gets -X/-X and I lose X life. Yeah? Return them to X target creature cards. Okay, so I could also do that. Okay, this is a bomb.com in limited. This is a 5 out of 5. Absolute excellent, just face ripper. In Constructed, if this sees play, I'll retire from Magic because I would give this a 0 out of 5, and I don't think I'm going to be wrong on that. Oh, yeah. Lasnad says, good sync for your Rakdos Treasures. Clip that. Clip it right now. Quick! I want to clip it to tell Day9 he's wrong and he's bad! Oh, it's going to be so good. Rouge class. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of the player's library face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. Then you become menacing. Then you may play cards exiled with rogue class. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. This card sucks. 0 out of 5. Not good. Limited. 3. Outside of that, no, not a chance. One of the reasons why I say it's not, yeah, probably gonna give it like a 2 in limited. Because the thing is, when you play it like nothing's happening present tense, and then you have to pay 7 more mana to get to the point where you can then spend more money to play stuff. It's too long. It's too long, and it's terrible. I actually think that this is the best phrase here. Shasra. Oh my god, it's Shasra. Dash Whisper. 1 black green. Bewitching Whispers. When Shasra Dash Whisper enter the battlefield, target creature blocks this turn if able. Okay. Whispers of the Grave. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 2 life if you do draw a card. Oh, that's kind of interesting. In limited and not in constructed in any way. Give me uno momento. Target creature blocks this turn if able. Very nice way to just clear out small pesky creatures when you have a slightly bigger creature. Just do some nice removal, or maybe if there's a flyer that's not blocking, not attacking, you know, one of those sorts of things. I think it's kind of interesting. It's kind of intéressant. Doesn't do a damn thing in constructed. I mean, like, let's be honest, 1/3 in constructed. No. But it's a good limited one. Skeletal Shawarma-ing. I can tell I'm hungry. 3 black green. Each skeleton you control has trample. Attacks each combat if able. And gets +X/+O, where X is the number of other skeletons you control. Beginning of your end step, create a tapped 1/1 black skeleton creature token. If creature died this turn, create 2 of those tokens instead. This is my favorite card in the set so far. Yeah. Now this is Outlaw's Merriment. You know what I mean? These little skeletons have trample. This is it. This is my magnum opus, is skeletal swarming. Of course, you have written down so far. I don't want to tell you, Genmonade. You'll just make fun of me. Skeletal swarming, long rest, Inferno of the Star mounts. We're gonna get so many skeletons. Is there a way to increase the amount of tokens that get generated in standard? I don't think so. I like skeletons. It does, to be honest, it does seem really bad, but that's okay. Oh my god, I love this. Now in limited, this is close. It's pretty thin for me, my evaluation of whether or not I think it's actually good. I mean, making a 1/1 every turn is great, but it has to attack every single turn. Has to attack every single turn. Who gives a shit? The 5s and 5s all across the board. Love it. Sorcerer class. Oh, look at the arms on this lad. Sorcerer class enters the battlefield. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Creatures you control have add this or that. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell or to gain a class level. Hey, is it ramp? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, that spell deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of instant and sorcery spells you've cast this turn. So if I cast a spell, it'll then just deal damage to the opponent. Then if I just cast the second spell, it'll deal 2 damage. So basically, I can make a control deck or a cantrip deck and just start blowing my opponent up. Yeah, dude, move over. Move over, is it Phoenix? It's time to just sorcerously shoot you in the face. It's kind of cool. It's like a storm deck. It's like a little baby storm deck. Yeah, I think this... There's something to be done around this. Something to be done with this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 1 in Constructed. Now, what do I think about this in Limited? This is weird in Limited. I would give this a low rating in Limited. I'd give it like a 1. Because all that this is doing is giving you some circumstantial ramp. And then you're starting to be able to burn your opponent out directly. This feels better suited to some sort of strong control circumstance, because like this is one card that's just not going to impact the board like at all. So I don't know. I'm not feeling it in that. Targnar, Demon Fang Knoll. Targnar, red-green for 2/2. Pack Tactics. Whenever Targnar, Demon Fang Knoll attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater, attack creature to get +1/+0 till end of turn. Oh! Double Targnar's power and toughness until end of turn. Oh, Targnar. Oh, Targnar. I think that Targnar is fun enough to say. Come on over. Come on over, baby. I want to kiss you. All right, tummy time. This is too expensive to be that amazing. I would give this a 2. This is just a solid 2 in Limited. 0 Constructed. I think this card's actually quite a bit of garbage. It's free if you're a level 2 bard. Whoa, that is true. Oh my god. 0 mana 2/2. It's broken. Infinite value. Division. Yep, not feeling it. Tiamat reads 2 white, blue, black, red, green. Flying. When Tiamat enters the battlefield, if you cast it, search your library for up to 5 dragon cards, not named Tiamat, that each have different names. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. Should message Eric real quick. Tiamat Lameo. Zero in Constructed. This card's absolute dog poo-poo. And I know a thing or two about it because I have to pick it up most days. It's probably going to show up in What the Deck, I'd imagine. Yeah, you're correct. You're correct in that evaluation. 5-color deck won't be good. I don't know. We already have the Nicol Bolas 5-color decks. Not Nicol Bolas, excuse me, Niv-Mizzet. The Niv-Mizzet 5-color decks. Tiamat, getting Niv-Mizzet, getting all that stuff. We should play the World Tree. Excuse me, darling. Yeah, I think some World Tree shenanigans feel pretty acceptable here. I haven't seen anything yet that screams to me that it belongs in... move. I haven't seen anything that screams to me that it belongs in Tybalt's Trickery deck. I mean, maybe Tarask. Maybe Tarask is a good one. Oh my god, Voxy raided. Hey, Voxy. And all the Voxyites. Hey, Voxy folk. I'm Sean. I, too, have a little furry animal that always likes to invade. This is Desperado, more commonly known as Despy. She's a very good cat. Yeah, it's Dad. She sometimes forgets who it is. Trask only has Ward 10 if you cast it. Ah, that's right. Nothing's going to be good for Tybalt's Trickery. Right now, we're doing our usual card review before tomorrow. We try to make the dumbest decks possible all day long. I'm very excited. So we are in the midst. We got 30 cards left. 30 cards left in our set review, and we haven't been wrong yet. It's been kind of incredible. Trelasara, Moondancer. Green, white, 2/2. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Trelasara, Moondancer, and scry 1. Whoa! Pride Mate. Eat your heart out. Oh my god, the jealousy, the seething rage those Pride Mates must feel. Except no one can hear it because no one even puts them in their deck. Trelasara seems I mean... No, it's 0, man. I have long tried to do Selesnya life gain stuff, and it just has not worked at all. I mean, there's the Selesnya life gain list in Historic, but really it's a mono-white list that runs collected companies. I don't know. It seems pretty mediocre. What do I think about it in Limited? I mean, a thing that's growing is, like, cool, I guess. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a ton of gain 1 life regularly. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 in Limited. Triumphant Adventurer. That's you after your sessions. White-black 1/1 Humanoid Death Touch. As long as your turn, Triumphant Adventurer has first strike. First strike Death Touch? Whenever Triumphant Adventurer attacks, venture into the dungeon. Oh, this is awesome. I love this limited one. First strike Death Touch, the dream. People build bad decks just to construct a creature that has both Death Touch and first strike. And look, here it is. Heritage says it's us after we guess 548. Third best number I've ever heard of. Yeah, I mean, maybe I've been winning a lot with Silver Quill. So I'm overvaluing how good Orzhov actually is at aggro. But I'd probably give this like a 4. I mean, being able to just constantly peel through the dungeon 1 damage at a time is nice. Because then if you decide, you know what, it's time to stop attacking, you still have Death Touch, so you trade. I think this is quite good. Volo, Guide to Monsters. For 2 green, blue, 3/2. Whenever you cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, copy that spell. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's gonna get a 6 from your pal Day 9. Oh, it's a Day 9 out of 5. So what this means is, if you, let's say you only have a cat in your graveyard and you have a dog on the battlefield. If you cast a bird, you copy the bird. And then let's say you cast an ogre, you would copy the ogre. But then if you cast an additional bird, you already have a bird out. It doesn't get copied. Volo, Guide to Monsters is really disgusting. Gosh, I'm going to try to just exile my graveyard so I can copy more stuff. It is the anti-tribal. It is the Reno Jackson of tribals. It is the Highlander style. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so good. Volo, Guide to Monsters. That's a good card. Is it a constructed good card? It is not. Xanathar, Guild Kingpin. Oh, look at Xanathar looking just like me after dinner. Oh, yeah. 4 blue, black, 5/6. Okay. It's a Beholder. Beginning of your upkeep. Choose target opponent. Okay, I can do that. At the end of turn, that player can cast spells. You look at the top card of their library, and anytime you may play the top card of their library, you may spend mana, Zoa, or mana of any color to cast spells this way. You know, I think one of the best designed experiences in all of Magic was Teferi 3, Teferi Time Raveler. Oh! Beginning of your upkeep, choose target opponent. That's you. Till end of turn, that player can't cast spells. And I can just peek at your shit. 6 cost is a bit late for Teferi 3. I think that if at any point you're not allowed to do stuff in Magic, it hurts a great deal. Yeah, this is Lantern Control. Do any of you know what Lantern Control is? Lantern Control is this weird style of gameplay where you put your opponent in a situation where they cannot attack you. So that's the first thing, right? Then the second thing you do is you have a card that allows you to look at the top card of their deck and basically leave it there or move it. It doesn't matter where you move it. Just imagine it's moved to the graveyard or moved to the bottom of their library. So the idea is that you can get in a situation where you just only let them draw land. And you, like, barely can do anything of value. It's pretty rad. And we're going to do some Xanathar control stuff. So let me just do Xanathar. Alright, great. Alright, so we have some dungeons. I'm not even going to go through these because we've gone through them like 3 times. But I don't know. Bag of Holding. Don't you dare ever tell me to run this card. Oh my god, Bag of Holding. Not again. Not again. This is newbie bait right here. This is just like, oh my god, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Hear me out, Day 9. The deck that you're running, what if it ran a Bag of Holding? For whatever reason, this is the card that anytime a deck of mine was having any issue at all, it's just like, but Sean, if you had a Bag of Holding, all those cards that you discarded from your opponent who was running a mono black discard deck, imagine you could Bag of Holding and get them back. And I'm like, no, it's not. You know, this is a -10 out of 5. It's actively hurting every deck simply by existing outside of the deck. This card is not it. The deck of many things. Ooh. It's 5. Roll a d20 and subtract the number of cards in your hand. If the result is 0 or less, discard your hand. I'm already going to run this. Adium of Ruin gifting us 5. Thanks, Adium of Ruin. Is it a bribe? Is it a bribe? Because if it's a bribe, I'm turning it down, man. I'm not even this streamer is that corrupt. I can't re-rate this to a non-zero number. I'm not doing it, man. I have some ethics. Roll a d20 and subtract the number of cards in your hand. So if I say had 2 cards and I rolled a 3, 3 minus 2 is 1. Adium of Ruins is pretty sure Bag of Holding is good. It's not good. It's a bad card. It's a bad card, and in particular, the people that suggest it's good are evil. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Okay, so if the result is 0 or less, discard your hand. I like doing that. Especially because it synergizes with the Bag of Holding. Oh. All right. Return a card at random from your graveyard to your hand. Good. Draw 2 cards. Good. Put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its owner loses the game. All right, Eric. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Okay. Dungeon map. 3. But this is I literally just skipped it. I skipped this. This card is so bad. We are gonna build around it. We're gonna figure out a way to build around this hot trash right here. Deadly Ginger, 42,699. Just gifted us 50. Deadly Ginger, it's good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for starting our stream back with a bang. Saying welcome back. I'm glad to be back. After this, I'm going to eat something delicious, salty, savory, and then polish it off with some Rocky Road ice cream eaten straight out of the tub. It's going to be so good. The deck of many things. Here it is. So, this is a jank out of 5. This is a day 9 out of 5 card. If you ever pick this in, Limited, you have made a mistake. And Junkyard Santa just gifted us 5. It says, roll a d20, 1 to 10, rate this card. A 1 to 5. 11 to 19, rate this card. A 3 out of 5. 20, rate this card. A 5 out of 5. Let me go to an online. Let's see here. D20, roll, online. You got a Junkyard Santa. We're going to roll this. Roll a d20. Rolladie.net. All right. Roll. I rolled a 2. You can see that. There's a 2. And also it's advertising some leather jackets to me on my phone. I Googled one product once, and it's just like, this man has only Googled a product once in his life, and it's been a leather jacket. I was looking up the jacket from Akira that Kaneda wears. So I rolled a 2. You want me to give this a 1 of 5? Well, I have great news for you, Junkyard Santa, because this card is trash. Pay 3 mana to add Colorless? Oh, come on. Manaless, give me 1 mana of any color. I mean, only colors? Then venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. 1 out of 5, purely because it is a colorless card that ramps, which I respect. In Constructed, I don't know if we're going to do Dungeon Control. Oh, Dungeon Control is going to be real dumb. Dungeon Control. Oh my god, Vwem. Gift in 5, staying alive for 667 total subs gift owed. 1 more than the evil, wicked 666, a number favored by Bag of Holding users. All right. Eye of Vecna. When Eye of Vecna enters the battlefield, you draw a card, you lose 2 life. Ooh. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. Ooh. Okay, so this is the one that combos with the other one, with that one black card that gives you the 8/8 indestructible Zomboid. Ooh. This art upsets me. This is what it's like to put into Contact every day. This is good stuff. Okay, let me just zoom forward a little bit. Here we go. 50 feet of rope. 1 colorless. Actually, let me come back to this. This actually seems like a relatively strong card in Limited because you just get to draw extra cards. Constructed, it's kind of pricey for a middling effect where you're shooting yourself in the face. I don't know. 50 feet of rope. 1 colorless for an artifact. Climb over. Target wall can't block this turn. 3 and a tap. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Ooh. Rappel down. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. I mean, it's a little expensive, but it's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good. It's like a expensive icy manipulator. I'll give it a 0 in both Limited and Constructed. It seems like absolute true garbage. I don't even know. It doesn't tap the creature. It stinks. To say it's a shitty Icy Manipulator is disrespectful to Icy Manipulators everywhere. Great Axe. For 1, equip creature gets +4/+0 and equip 5. Obvious synergy with Brynthor. I don't remember what the name of the fella is, but the Broomhammer boy, who's the 4 mana 5/3 that makes equip cost 0. The Great Axe is the exact sort of deck you want to run in. Brynor. Yeah, 0s across the board for me. 0s across the board. Not a good card. Hand of Vecna. Here's the other one. At the beginning of combat on your turn, equipped creature or creature you control named Vecna gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Equip. Pay 1 life for each card in your hand. These Vecna cards are bad. Vecna cards are bad. Get me out of here. I'm done. I'm not into this Vecna stuff. I like indestructible zombies. I think they're very, very cool. Iron Golem. Ocean Journals, if you don't have a hand, you get to equip a hand for free. It's so sick because then you get +X/+X until end of turn. Don't overweight. You're talking about instant equips? Where's the instant speed equip? I don't see a single instant speed equip. I don't even think so. All right, Iron Golem. 4 mana for a 5/3 vigilance. Attacks or blocks each combat if able. Okay. Leather armor for 1. Equipped creature gets +0/+1 and has ward 1. Oh, that's cute. Equip 0. Activate only once each turn. Hey, that's kind of nice. I don't know if it's good, but it's like such a barely there tiny baby card. I like that. I like that quite a bit. I'm going to put this on Thalia and Historic. Oh, you bastard, Chloe. Yes, one seems nice. Seems like a nice little card. I mean, probably like a 2 in limited and a 0 in constructed, but like it's better than nonsense crap equipment. Like, I don't know. I like the equipment in this quite a bit. Mimic for 2. Sacrifice Mimic, add 1 mana of any color. 2, Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. Very cute. Very, very cute design. Is it good? No. But it's very, very, very cute. I like this. I like this card. I respect this card. I'm going to give it a respect out of 5. Spare Dagger. Wow, there's a lot of equipment in this. 1 mana. Whenever equipped creature gets +1/+0, whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice Spare Dagger. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to any target. Oh, and there's some Death Touch creatures. And this is, I mean, like, if you have some Death Touch creatures and there's a cheap, exchangeable weapon like this, this is interesting. This is, oh, I love a lot of the equipment in this. I'm going to give this give it a 5 because I'm feeling very tired and I'm feeling very excited. Oh, yeah. Spiked Pit Trap. Ooh, yes. 1 for a flash artifact. Sack Spiked Pit Trap. Choose target creature. Then roll a d20. Okay. Deals 5 damage to that creature. Or deals 5 damage to that creature and creates a treasure token. Oh my god. That is amazing. That is amazing. Dude, who hasn't seen in any game, whether you play D&D or not, that's a fantasy setting where you see the corpse of an adventurer who died in a trap, and there's something glowing in there. Oh my god, this is so expensive and mediocre. I mean, honestly, like 6 mana to deal 5 damage. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to just remove the thing. But this is fun. This is fun. Treasure chest. Oh my god, look at this. 3 mana for the rare artifact. 4, sack treasure chest. Roll a d20. You lose 3 life. What? Thank you, Ghosty. Lose 3 life. Create 5 treasure tokens. You gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. Search your library for a card. If it's an artifact card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Oh, this is incredible. Wow. I love this. I mean, this is, I think, broken and limited. This is so fun. And I cannot wait for someone to crit fail. I mean, this is insanely, ridiculously good in limited. Like, gaining 3 life and drawing 3 cards, or getting 5 treasure. I mean, like, for instance, if you hit the 2 to 9 range, you play this on turn 3, then on turn 4, you just have 5 mana and the thing goes away. So you can, like, it's basically like cheating out a treasure token. Search over for a card. If it's an artifact, you put it onto the battlefield. Ooh, are there some pricey artifacts in this set? Ooh, I don't know. Ooh. Cave of the Frost Dragon. If you control 2 or more other lands, Cave of the Frost Dragon enters battlefield tapped. Really? Really? So this is pay 5 to make it become a dragon. So early game, it's just white mana. Den of the Bugbear. If you control 2 more, okay, it's red until end of turn. Den of the Bugbear becomes a 3/2 red goblin creature with, whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. Oh man, this is sick. Dungeon Descent, that's what we're doing right now. Enters the battlefield tapped. Tap an untapped legendary creature you control. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. This is way overcosted. This is like a negative 10 out of 5. The art on this is incredible, but I mean, this is just not a good card. Wow, that is not good. Zeros across the board. What is this? Evolving Wilds, we know it. Hall of Storm Giants. Until end of turn, Hall of Storm Giants becomes a 7/7 blue giant creature with Ward 3. Oh! That's some good stuff. Oh, I'm feeling myself on this one. I like decks that kill people with lands. It's a really big passion of mine. What do I think? I mean, running 1 in like some blue-based control deck. I mean, a 7/7 with Ward 3 is really nice. Like Ward 3 is... The problem with Ward is if there's something that affects all creatures, the Ward cost is irrelevant. But if it's a land that stays as land, pops into creature mode, attacks, and then returns, there's very few instant speed sweeper type effects. So this feels like a very safe attacker in a control style deck. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Until end of turn, Hive of the Eye Tyrant becomes 3/3 black beholder creature with whenever this creature attacks, exile target card from defending player's graveyard. Well, that's kind of cute, but it's not really going to affect that much. Also, it says, if you control 2 or more other lands, Hive of the Eye Tyrant enters the battlefield tapped. That check occurs before or after it enters. So, for instance, if I have 1 card out, or 1 land, and then I go to play Hive of the Eye Tyrant, I currently control 1 land, and when it hits the battlefield, I now have 2. Wow. Oh, it says 2 other lands. It literally says other. If it says if you control 2 or more lands, if other wasn't there, it said if you control 2 or more lands, when does that check happen? Before, I feel like it's before. It's after it hits the battlefield? Doesn't matter because it says other. My question is not what does this card say? My question is, if this reads, if you control 2 or more lands, when does that check happen? I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think it's before, because I think it's I think Astro Commodore's right that when it says when this card enters the battlefield, that's measuring post entry. So if you control 2 or more of the lands, Hive enters. This is I think so. I think so. Lair of the Hydra. If you control 2 or more other lands, tapped, until end of turn, Lair of the Hydra becomes an XX green Hydra creature token. Still land. X can't be 0. As someone that loves to ramp. Oh, I'm going to get countered so hard tomorrow. It's going to be incredible. Temple of the Dragon Queen. Ooh. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield. You may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal the dragon card this way or you control dragon. Yep. As it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Add 1 mana to the chosen color. Okay. Perfect. So I can just do a dragon deck with multiple colors. Smash down any color I need in the time. We're going to do some dumb stuff with dragons. Absolutely. Treasure Vault. Add this. XX. Sacrifice Treasure Vault. Create X treasure tokens. It's very because if I have like 9 lands, including Treasure Vault, then X equals 4, and I sack it, and I make 4 treasure tokens, then next turn I just get like a little spike. Seems hard to do very much with until you have a lot of lands. I don't know. I wish this was pay X and sack. And then we have land. Land, 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 land. Ooh, land, land. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. And that is our review. I paced myself correctly this time. It took us 6 hours and 20 minutes to get all the way through all the cards, and we did a jolly good job. What I'm going to do now is eat some food and begin brewing in my mind's eye. And tomorrow, from 1 to 7 p.m., we're going to be doing AFR all day. On Friday, we're going to be doing AFR all day. Tomorrow's going to be stupid meme garbage only. We're going to start incorporating a lot more limited into our next few weeks as well. And of course, a warm thanks to Voxy for the raid. If any of you are interested in some limited action, Voxy does a lot of limited streams. Oh, Skeleton Army, of course. Skeleton Army. Did I write that down? Yes, good. Skeleton Army. It's going to be good.